Mm, 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 mm.
Hey, I was jamming.
Hello, people. I have no voice. My name is Jesse. Oh, God. My name is Jesse, and this is Millennial Mondays. To my right, I have Courtney Phillips. I am Courtney. She came on with her flamingo makeup. She said, I'm going to the quinceañera. I'm telling the girls off. Oh, my God. Okay, and then
And he
we,
messy. Even with a hoarse voice, he's still messy.
no. Okay, and then all the way over to the right, all the way over to the right, we have Josh
What's up, everybody?
Eleazar. I finally got it.
You did good, Jesse.
Eleazar. I
There you
finally
go,
got
bro.
it. I
Eliezer.
ain't
Good
got no
job, man.
voice. I ain't got no. I see. I'm gonna go down here because I'm not gonna sit here and play with you all. This is really where I'm supposed to talk. I'm supposed to be Barry White. Every man wants a woman. That's really where I'm
Hey,
supposed to
hey,
be.
hey, hey, deliverance is happening. We can start it.
And next week, deliverance is not going to happen. We're going to be undelivered. We're going to be
Undelivered.
undelivered. Okay. Very much. So we've been away for a while because life has just been life, and. Oh, first, I want to first of all, thank y'all for both always coming on and being enthused to
My
do
pleasure.
Millennial Mondays. I want to also,
Mhm.
I also want
Yeah.
to,
Sister
they
knows.
gonna gag me for coming on here with my voice so up like this. All right, but we had to come on because the world is going crazy, y'all. But I want to first of all say thank you. I mean, sorry to Josh because I was so busy and he was going through he was just having, some things going on. I
Life
know
was life.
I'm not a good reacher outer. If you expect me to be a reacher outer friend, I'm not gonna do that. No. But I
Josh
I've
looked
want
like
to
a whole
categorized.
new person, people.
I've
he
We
cate-
do.
start
I've,
there and work our way back.
I've
We miss you,
categorized.
Josh.
I missed y'all too. Thank y'all for y'all patience. I missed y'all too. I've been on a little sabbatical for the last couple of weeks, but we back, baby.
You're glowing. God
Je-
is doing a new work.
Jess and I actually was supposed to come on Thursday, but it didn't happen. So
Y'all doing the thing behind my back. Oh, okay then.
Didn't you tell us to do that? You told us
I
to.
did. I did.
I'm
You're
missing
okay. I'm
everybody
Okay,
sorry.
don't
on
sit
crunch
here and be
I'm
time.
sorry.
I
Okay,
messy.
got
I'm
I got
sorry.
Yeah.
deadlines.
Oh,
California, Nevada. Yeah.
oh, Eleazar. Okay.
you know
Okay.
but thank you all for being so always being willing to pivot and everything, and like I said, being as enthused about what's going on in the world for real. And I'm again sorry to Josh because Thursday I'm just getting over a sinus infection and then I had my play, so it was just a lot. Well, that got done on Saturday, so I'm
Yeah.
done with that or whatever.
Can you
So
talk about the play really quick?
Please.
Oh.
it was a good the play. We had like a huge turnout, very huge turnout. We
Good.
sold out. So it was like logistically, it was a lot of things that needed to be taken care of. But overall, like the play itself, like the acting, we were like our energy was up there. We had really good energy. It's good to be around good actors, good black
Mhm.
actors
Yes.
that take their craft serious, that show up to practice, even though I'm always late for everything. But it's good to have like-minded individuals to be around. That's why I love being in Detroit. I will advocate for Detroit to the day I die. Because you can find it's a lot of spaces for people. Everybody's not gang banging around here, contrary to what y'all may believe.
Please don't
Everybody's
make me
not.
laugh.
Yeah, everybody's not around here
All right.
gang banging. Some
That's what I
people,
said.
we have a lot of different niches. Some people like to gang bang because I was out with the gangsters last night after the play. That's why I really, matter of fact,
That was my experience. I'm in Detroit, but all right. I can listen.
Ah!
yeah, matter of fact, since we're talking about
I
Detroit
ain't.
gangsters,
Okay.
I was on Facebook a couple days ago, and it was saying they had posted that Florence Ballard, she had passed away 50 years ago. Um, and I had looked at the obituary, and it said that
My
I don't
boy,
think,
I
yes,
see him in the middle.
yeah,
I can spot him a mile away.
and I
Come on,
thought of
CL.
yeah,
My God.
I thought of Josh, and I said, your pastor, he crazy work. He had a lot of crazy work going on
Wait a
because
minute. Brother, I hate to cut through you. We got to talk about how behind the scenes, Josh was about to go into full mourning over a person who's been deceased for a while now.
Listen, no. So I'm a Supremes fan, and I read Florence Ballard, but my brain said Diana Ross. That's why I don't know why
Oh,
my
you was really bad because
He was
I was
over
like, why is
there.
he about to lose it?
He was like, "Oh
Like,
my God, Florence,
oh my
Florence
God,
Ballard."
no. Oh my God. Voice was cracking and everything. I
hey,
said, no, wait, wait. Me and
I
Jess were
like the
like, wait,
Supremes. The Supremes are
wait.
dope.
She's been gone. Like, it's okay.
She was gone way before we were even alive, sir.
I mean, well,
She
no,
I'm
let
gonna.
Josh tell it. He's been here for 100
yeah.
years.
I'm a vampire. Hey, I'm going to talk to my therapist.
Yes.
Jess, if you don't mind, put that picture back up if you don't mind, please, because this is actually embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Watch this.
Hold
It's
on, hold
actually
on.
embarrassing.
Let's see. Let's see. Just a moment. Why is StreamYard acting a fool today?
Now you know this ain't StreamYard.
I mean, whatever this
Don't put it
mess
on
is.
Hey,
StreamYard.
You know
Put it
what?
on
You
Restream.
know what? Restream is actually worse than StreamYard.
streaming
So
hard.
not too much because y'all be over
Hmm.
there, stuff be over there flip flopping.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you notice in the middle right here is CL Franklin. All right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's not healthy.
Why
You
you
can't
say
make no.
that?
I can make no like. I can't even see him. I can't zoom in, but I knew it was him though. I don't know how.
So it's unhealthy on your end because you
Oh
knew it was
my,
him
yeah.
without even really being able to
That's
see the picture.
that's very unhealthy.
Let's
That
give
is.
context to our viewers. So, ladies and gentlemen, our
You still can't really
dear,
tell.
sweet Joshua Eleazar Smith here
Look at my whole government name.
is enthralled with Reverend Dr. C.L. Franklin. The fact that he could tell that that was him without really being able to see the picture.
He has a certain look. He has a certain charisma.
There's
He
no
was a.
charisma in this picture. He's mourning.
He's chest is up, head is high, and
His chest is
got
not
the
up, in
hair
fact.
slick.
And then they say
Yeah.
His
I
head is cocked to
idolize.
the side.
They say I idolize Mary J. Blige.
I mean, it's running neck and neck.
And
It's
Detroit. So
running
like,
neck and neck.
it's context clues. But go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
And but I was gonna say, C.L. Franklin was messy as hell, obviously,
Hmm.
I would drop. No, no,
because
no, sir.
he was
No, sir.
messy because Aretha Franklin, his daughter, could not stand Diana Ross. Am I wrong or am I right?
I didn't know
This, is-
that.
this, no, she can't. She
Don't
couldn't.
nobody like Diana
Yeah, Diana's a.
Why?
Why?
because she a heifer.
Her daughter the same way. They're unlikable. They're very talented, but they're
Uh,
unlikable.
I don't know
the
about
Ross
Tracy.
lady,
Trace
Tracy
Ellis?
Ellis,
I don't know
Yeah,
about
is
Tracy.
unlikable.
yeah,
I
I've heard
never
that
heard
several
that.
times.
I
She
cannot
she,
believe that.
you know what? You know what? I've heard that she is the same as what was her name on Girlfriends? What's her character?
Joan.
Joan,
Joan. She's the same way in person. I heard that kind of
Joshua, who are you
what?
really? Because you know a lot of people.
No, I don't. No. It wasn't personal. It's just stuff I read and come across. Nothing
So
out
you
Oh,
know
okay.
somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that know her.
fans, blogs, interviews, whatever.
Fans don't count. Let me tell you why. Because fans are fans. They're fanatical. They will catch people at the most inopportune time and swear that the person is mean.
That's
So
fair.
I'm not going off of what a fan says because they could have caught her while she's eating, while she's with her kids, while she's with her family. I don't go off of that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll go off of personal relationships. So see how you was about to lambast this woman.
All I said was I heard. Okay, I have no experience with her. I heard. I've read blogs.
All
Y'all,
right.
Josh, we gonna pray for you in that
Don't pray
CL
for me.
Franklin
Don't pray for me.
session.
He
We're
don't
gonna.
need no prayer. Look at him
I
looking
am.
brand new, looking like he got
I am.
bronzer on. He's shining with the ray of sunshine
Bronze
from the
love.
It's
Lord.
called. Listen, the Holy Ghost. We can get hope
It's
to you.
called a ring light.
Hey, when
Just teasing.
All right. Don't be a hater, Jesse. All right. Don't be a hater, Jesse. Okay. All
Who a
right.
Hold
Your
hater?
on,
face.
before we move forward, Josh, you have been on sabbatical. The crowd missed you. Of course, Jesse and I had a great time, but we've missed you as well as one of our co-hosts, right? And so my question to you is, what have you learned thus far since being on sabbatical? And you really do look like a whole other person.
Thank you.
Like, I'm being funny,
At,
but I'm serious.
on St. James show, I think it was Juice Network.
Mhm.
They were mentioning fasting, and I put in the comments, I will down that hill. Okay. Now you got two kind of fasts for the most part. Real quickly, you have like your daily fast or like your normal intermittent fast and whatever. But I was on a spiritual fast, just water, and I still am. Anytime you go before God, if He doesn't first humble you, I don't care what you go to Him about. If He doesn't humble you first, in my experience, you haven't really tapped into His presence yet. And more times than not, it was always a mirror towards me. It wasn't. It's not harsh. It's not judgmental, but it's very. No, you need to fix this about you. And so, that's the biggest part. I am going to do a 21-day testimonial at the end of this and kind of give some context, but also I do want to encourage if you are struggling with anything, if you have any addictions, anything way heavy your heart, hey, do 3 days, 2 days, whatever, do something, but deny yourself and go
Hmm.
before God. And I promise you, you'll get an answer if you're ready to
Deny
receive it.
yourself, take up your cross, and
Come
Come
on.
on,
follow.
come on,
Okay,
come
so
on.
was it intentional because this is Lent season, or
Oh yeah,
the Holy
yeah,
Spirit
intentional.
led you to this fast?
So I wasn't getting answers, and I wasn't get, and I got tired of. I've always fasted since we've been in high school, so I know if
We
I'm not
know.
getting what I want immediately.
Walking around in Rockaware, we were talking about we finna go fast. God.
But y'all so
No, he
doggone
was wearing
bad.
suits. Let's be clear. Go
Come
ahead.
on, man. Come on, bro. I'm trying to share my testimony here. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
It hush, Jesse. um, I know that I knew that if I wanted to get some results, turn everything off. And nothing to with fasting. If you're gonna do it, don't give up chicken and you still having YouTube music going on. No. Go in my experience. Go
Everything.
cut everything off. Now you got to work. You got family. That's different. But still, no TV. I wasn't on YouTube outside of sermons and teachings, prayer and the word.
From
That's it.
CL. Okay.
Oh boy. Let me tell you
Very
something.
healthy.
Let me tell you something. Miles Monroe, C.L. Franklin, and T.D. Jakes have been my go-to.
2 for 1. That's pretty good.
So, well, thank you all for thank you for sharing your, story, whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
no
be
problem.
wanting to make light of your your fasting and everything. But I have to make a dig some way or another. But for Lent season, I gave up sugar.
That's a good
That's
one.
my yeah, that's something I've been addicted to all my life is
Hmm.
sugar. So,
Hello.
I've and I got off course. I did good, and everything for, a year and a half. But then, it just started slipping back in. So I've been, consciously drinking like, the coffee creamer with that zero sugar, stuff like that, just to, quietly replacing stuff. I'm trying to drink mostly water. But Courtney, anything you gave up for Lent?
That's between me and the Lord.
Mm-mm. Are you Catholic, Jesse?
No. But
I
that's a good point. Black people all of a sudden we done started doing Lent in the last couple of
Yeah,
years. Where that come
because
from?
10 years ago y'all wasn't doing Lent.
We
Now in
wasn't
The
doing
Baptists
Louisiana,
it.
were doing it, let's be
in,
clear.
in Louisiana, everybody black, white, they all Catholic down here.
Yeah.
But in Georgia, all of a sudden now we all
No.
of a sudden doing Lent and eating fish only on when this
Right.
happened.
Right.
In holiness, we weren't doing it in holiness. We weren't doing
Right.
this.
Right. We wasn't doing Ash Wednesday and
Nah.
all of that.
Hey, I
No.
Yeah, we
saw a
just did
deacon,
Good Friday.
big
That's it.
cross. What why you a Baptist? You
Right.
sit down somewhere?
Now Baptists do it.
No, we
No?
don't neither. No.
Good Friday.
But you Southern
No.
Baptist.
Good. See, no, I'm not. Hey, chat. That was not an accident, okay, chat. I am not Southern Baptist, okay. I am missionary Baptist. All right, affiliate of the
Oh, okay.
National Baptist Convention. All right,
Convention.
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
it's a difference. It's a
Oh,
difference.
a huge difference. Okay.
It's a big difference.
Um. Now, Good Friday, yeah, Easter season, but the whole Lenten, like for example, Mardi Gras is actually a holiday where you purge yourself before you go on the Lent fast for Easter.
Oh, see, so you party yourself, you get it
Pretty
all out
much,
your
yeah,
system, and then
yeah.
you have you partaken in the Mardi Gras festivities?
No, 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 no,
Doesn't that seem like cheating?
no. Hey, that's like the movie The Purge. Hey, get it all out. Now, of course, New
That
Orleans
sounds
Mardi
very
Gras.
religious.
New Orleans Mardi Gras is not the same as a British Mardi Gras or whatever. But it's still the
Hmm.
idea of kind of having fun before you really commit yourself to this season of whatever.
Now, okay, let's
I was
go with
teasing, by the way, because I don't want to offend nobody. I'm just clowning. Okay, go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no.
I
Unsubscribe,
stay offended. So
bummer.
no,
uh,
I
uh,
only have 176
you're gonna have
subs,
102 in a
please.
minute. Keep on talking about these folks.
Yeah, you're gonna be just like Josh with his 3.5
Hey,
members and the kids
Right.
is the
hey,
I
three.
was just playing, y'all. Don't do it, please.
Listen, let's go here real quick. I'm not trying to now. Let me make a disclaimer. I'm not trying to be shady, but I just want to make a point. We the people want to give a prayer out to Larry Reed. Um, we heard that he's over in Dubai, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, so there's
right in the
currently,
hotel.
as we know, there's a lot of
Experience.
chaos going on over there,
Yes,
and
yes.
and y'all too make sure that y'all be conscious about the words that you use. Don't use a lot of violent words or whatever. But yeah, so there's a
Hold on,
lot
hold
of
on, hold on. What we
huh.
can't say? I'm sorry. What can we not say?
The W word, don't say W or the T word.
Wait.
I'm gonna text you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah,
Um,
okay.
because YouTube can be sensitive
That's
to that
correct.
type of stuff. Yeah, but yeah. So it's a lot of chaos going on over in the Middle East right now. A lot of disputes or whatnot. And he's stuck over there. Um, not to throw a dig or nothing like that.
Mm.
But did the ancestors tell him to go over there? Did they?
Oh, now see, you was doing good.
I mean,
We
seriously,
still we
you
don't
was
want to see
doing.
him be we don't want him to be harmed or
No.
anything, and God protect him. But we want him to definitely be safe over there. But this is a question I have, like, for real. Like, I feel like people need to stop traveling internationally with everything that's going on. Do
In
I
this season,
am I
especially. No,
do I
no,
do I feel
I'm
like
finna go somewhere.
am I
no,
too far out there?
no.
No, you
I,
probably
I.
right, but I'm finna go somewhere. Y'all pray for me, and I prayerfully be
Where
right
you, where
back.
you, where you going?
Oh, mm.
Bad.
Yeah. Fly safe. Have a good day. Um,
No, I'm talking about
no,
international. You going somewhere internationally? You going to the bad?
I ain't going to the bad. I'll be. Y'all pray, saints. I'm going. I'll be back.
You take you a
Lord
little
willing.
Holy Ghost with you everywhere you go, and put a little don't put no hot
Jesus
sauce
Junior
in your
got
butt.
me. Say a prayer for me.
Put you a 3 ounce
you want
thing
me to
of
pray?
some olive oil. We're gonna have Josh send you some olive oil to your house.
You want me to pray? So,
But okay, so Josh, you was saying how did
I
you
was saying,
feel about
I was saying, even with this, because I was considering going to Mexico this year again. Even with this thing in Mexico with the cartel leader being killed and the retaliation from the cartel toward not really tourists, but a lot of these smaller towns. And I just feel as if this is not the time to be traveling. And of course, especially not being sensitive. I watched a video on YouTube where Mexicans, and in this case Mexicans, but you have the Iranians, your people from Dubai, was saying, "Hey, we're under attack right now. Like, keep us in your thoughts and prayers. If the resorts aren't fully serviced, it's because people are scared to come to work." And yet people saying, "No, I picked my money. My birthday weekend, I'm still going." All right, go ahead and find out. Okay, go ahead and find out. And when they have your head on a poke on a stake for ransom, I'm serious.
No,
Like
don't
these
say
people.
that.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
No, you good. You
No,
good.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying don't say it from perspective of no, don't say
No,
that.
no.
Not
So
don't say
I was
it.
I met a border patrol person in Cancun. Now he wasn't stationed. He was in El Salvador. He said his first in his career, his first duty post was in Mexico. There had been a big bust on a cartel. Now there was a resort
Mhm.
about maybe 4 or 5 miles out, but people were traveling to the city. His first day, he gets to a 7-Eleven, opens a cooler, and take a wild guess what was in there. So this stuff happens. And then especially now that our leader in this country is pushing for, so they can't get to him. So they see you and I out there. So I'm like, please let's use discernment, okay? And this is why knowing current events will help.
Now, I'm going to push back a little bit and I agree with you. My sentiments are with you. However, comma, a lot of the people that are there that like live there are saying that some of this stuff is propaganda that is not necessarily like as bad as it seems. It is bad, let's be clear.
What's as bad?
Anytime okay, so anytime a car can we say cartel? I just said it.
That's not
So,
violent or nothing.
okay.
Yeah,
Violent mission?
after
Anytime
I think after 10 minutes you good. So yeah,
okay.
Okay.
you good now.
So anytime a person of that stature is unalived, then of course there's an uprising or upheaval, right? And then it kind of settles out. Okay. And so a lot of people were saying that yes, that was like the first beginnings of it, but now it has seemed to taper down.
Here's where my
I'm
pushback
telling
would
you,
be.
yeah.
You're right. But when have we seen a actual US president say, if you don't get this person, I'm coming to get them?
Yeah, February.
So
Maybe hold on, maybe with Saddam Hussein,
no, I mean
maybe
cartel. The
oh
cartel.
okay. El Chapo.
Well,
But
Didn't
that
we
way
see some
he's not a a government official. He wasn't a
yeah.
government
that
official.
other
He was
guy is a government
President Trump.
official?
No, no,
yes.
no. President Trump literally told the president, "You have to do something about this cartel, or the army's coming in." So they're going to put it back on. You made them do this. Once again, my thing is they can't get to our president, but they see us there, especially those of us that had to wander around and travel and be resourceful. Y'all, listen, let's not forget a couple of years ago, all of those mysterious deaths that happened concurrently in, what was it, Punta Cana, was it? Or somewhere like down there in Mexico? Remember that? All those people kept dying mysteriously, the couples.
Was that the DR or Mexico?
Was it DR? It could have been DR.
Because I know the DR is a hot
It
mess.
was the liquor they said, like something in the liquor or something they were, like 8 or 9 people died
Shoot,
mysteriously.
I'm be in the water too. But
But
So
I mean, I'm
mm,
we're in different times, y'all. And so I'm saying,
this is true.
especially this is a faith based, for the most part, chat or base. Just pray about it, man, and don't be so gung ho. Okay, we have a gorgeous country here, or go somewhere safe. But Mexico right now, Dubai, the Middle East.
Dubai surprised me. I was shocked to hear about
I'm not
Dubai.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Really?
no,
No,
because
but it's
Why?
water.
it's always chaos in the
Yeah,
Middle East.
yeah.
This is
Um,
true. But
yeah.
Dubai though?
And then look at
Have you
who's
ever
been
heard hold
supported.
on, have you ever heard of anything happening like that in Dubai
No,
specifically?
I believe Iran is actually not a move ahead, Jesse, but they're testing like where the response will come from, and so they're striking like in a circular dome around them to see, okay, if I attack here, what's over here? It's recon now, and so
Mm.
anywhere in the vicinity, hey, you got me. And what's more
So look
important, your life
mhm.
or a deposit?
What you were gonna ask Courtney?
No, you're right. I was gonna ask, so you said something about a dome, and I noticed something when I was watching footage, in, I believe, Iran. Um, it seemed as if bombs were coming, but it was almost like they were hitting an invisible force field. Is that
That's
accurate?
Israel. That's Israel. Yeah, Israel had what's
Israel.
called a dome, and it's one of the
It
best in
say
the world.
strikes, say strikes instead of.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
telling. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
strikes.
Israel had what's called the Iron Dome, and America is trying to replicate that now, but America is so big that it's much harder. What it is they have what's called air missile defense, air strike defenses,
Oh,
where
okay.
whenever something's coming in, they meet the projectile, knock it out. So that's what it
Okay.
is. Now they can
Gotcha.
be attacked if you overpower it, but for the most part, they are brilliant at that. Very brilliant.
Okay. I thought maybe they had the invisible force field or something. I'm like, what we need to
Now,
do?
to note out real quick, there is a in the Bible where in Revelations where God will invisibly protect Israel, and you might will. Well, I ain't gonna be here, but Courtney, you might be here still. You,
Pray saint.
God will, God. Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead, girl.
But so here's the thing though. My question is, when the Bible refers to Israel, because you given right now, is it the same Israel that we see today? And I'm going to say no.
It's the land more so the people. It's that. It's not to go down this black Hebrew Israelite rabbit hole, but
Oh
it's
shoot.
no. I'm
I
saying
knew it.
I'm not
I
no I'm
knew
not
it.
one. No, I'm not one by a long shot. It's not the more so the people. It's the occupying people right now. At some point, the whole world will turn against Israel. The whole world,
Will
including
turn
us.
against Israel.
Yes,
Israel.
yes, and then that's when you're going to
Mhm.
see that heavenly, if you will, intervention to protect them. And imagine, let's say it's 20 years from now, we have drones now. We have the big missiles, the big strikes. We have all these stuff, and so they won't be able to protect themselves. They're a small little country without help. So
One more question, and we can move on. I'm so
And I
sorry.
got one too.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, do we think that Israel is a spiritual place? Kind of like,
Mm.
kind of like how paradise was in the Bible.
I think the spirit has left Israel a long time ago. Um,
Kind of like how Babylon is also. Do we think Israel is
okay,
like a spiritual
let's
place?
do this Socratically.
Child, I
What do
thought
you
you was
mean by
conservative.
spiritual? What do you mean by spiritual?
Like it's a,
Occupying the Holy Spirit or a place that has a history that is sacred and hallowed? What do you mean by spiritual?
yeah, like I'm saying, like it's a place that's not here in the physical anymore. It's like
Oh, gotcha. No.
the spirit of Israel is like with God.
What's the
So if
spirit
you,
of Israel?
he's saying
Like
how it was.
I
The
see what you're
second is
saying.
how it was. The reason I say no, Jesse, is because remember in Revelations, um, the Jews will be saved.
That's why
In
there
it,
are Messianic Jews that
pretty
believe on
much.
the Lord Jesus. Hmm.
And if you remember, when the thousand year millennium starts, where's Jesus coming? To that land, Israel.
Now,
That's where he's
wait a
going to
minute.
reign from.
Okay, okay, okay.
This is going to reign from. So your question, I don't think they have the same spiritual awakening that they had in the Old Testament, but that's been gone because of the now the Holy Spirit is here, Jesus with X Y Z. But I do think there is an actual Israel that must go through what it's not metaphorical. I believe it's actual historical
like
Israel
y'all
that
know
has
what
The
to.
I'm.
geographical
Yeah,
location
Yeah,
Israel.
you know
yeah.
what I'm
The
saying.
people,
No,
the
Like
we understand
tribes,
what you're
all of that. Yeah,
saying.
that's
yeah,
real. That's real. And nothing. One last thing, there has to be certain Judaistic rituals to precede Christ's coming.
Hmm.
They're right now trying to get the red heifer that died in Texas
Hmm.
to make the garments, and the temple must go back up too. That's an actual thing that must happen in order for Christ to come back. So that's a real um a real thing.
This all I got to say about it. How soon do you sense Christ's return? Because I mean, some trumpets has well, maybe some um metaphorically speaking, some trumpets have sounded, some vials have been poured out. If you look at the book of Revelation, some seals have been broken. How soon are we to Christ's return?
I don't know about the seals being broken. I
Oh
do
yeah, it's some seals been broken.
I do last year, last year, and I'm wondering was I just watching something that influenced that, or was I really feeling that? But last year I had a great sense, not tomorrow, but I had a great sense that we don't have a lot of time. I do I could see it happening in 3 years. I could see it happening in 30 years. That makes sense.
Hmm.
But I've also heard prophecies about 40 years down the line from now about civil war in this country or about certain things. So it's
40
kind of
years from now,
what I'm
we're
saying.
here.
Well,
Welcome.
well, a mentor of mine, Dr. Ronald Harden out of Millersville, Georgia,
Milledgeville.
he gave a prophecy about America is on a collision course with civil war, and this was back in 2018.
Mm,
We weren't as
mhm,
bad as we were now then. And can't you see it? Can you see civil
yeah,
war happening like tomorrow?
mhm,
So I'm I don't. Jesus warns in Matthew, when you see these signs, it's not yet time,
mhm,
but look to the sky for it.
mhm,
Um, I'm living my life, making plans, but I
mhm.
am preparing myself that I don't have a full life possibly, a la my grandfather or my grandmother had, you know?
So y'all been watching Left Behind.
Listen, I used to watch the
Bruh,
old one
the one that scared the hell out you, on it.
That second one when he came out there and he
with
came,
my
them
kids too.
eyes was like he morphed
Yeah.
into something. It's like people they don't make your kids watch that. I mean, I never
Oh, I
really.
carry on mine. Don't get left behind.
And hold my
Period.
head.
Point
I
blank.
used to wake up, on a Saturday and my mama be gone. I'm like, Lord,
Yes.
and I came back and I'm still down here.
Yes.
Because
Yo,
I just
let me,
had to sing down
No,
to the
just
school.
yesterday, I was calling my kids' name throughout the house. I was calling their names, and they didn't answer. I said, "Oh Lord, somebody, please."
I'm gonna tell you what happened. In my church, we used to have these shut-ins, right? And
Hmm.
every year they used to do this.
Do y'all do
We
that in
were
the
like,
Baptist church?
no, oh, no, no, we ain't doing
He
that.
grew
Okay,
up apostolic. I keep trying to tell y'all he's scamming you all.
I am a.
He Baptist in his heart though.
Hold on, my phone is charged. I have a charge. But
He
we
took
they would like let's say like right now we're talking right,
Hmm.
and they would have somebody in the at the back door for the church start banging and just run in.
You know what?
Bruh,
See,
I
and that's what
still
Y'all
William
feel
play too
McCrae.
much.
That's what William McCrae tried to tell y'all about apostolic. I grew up apostolic. That sounds on par
Those
for the course.
but
it's
it
on
shows you,
brand.
but it shows you though how quick it can happen. How quick, man.
Man, what?
All right,
If y'all don't
all
stop
right,
playing in
all right.
church, are you
We're
kidding
playing. Hey,
me?
I
That
was,
sound about
yo,
right.
I was probably about 10, 11, and my mama knew what it was. She was laughing. I'm like, Mama, we gotta go. I'm like, come on, we gotta go home. We gotta go. The boogeyman gonna get us. But she knew what it was. But as a 10-year-old, yeah, as an adult, just that quickness, just
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They made us read. I studied the whole book of Revelations at 11.
Wow.
The
You
whole
are a
book.
kid genius though, so
When I
mm.
was we had Bible junior Bible bowl
Bible
or
Bowl.
whatever. Yep,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
to play against other churches in our
Mhm.
jurisdiction. We came in
Smithville.
second. Yeah, we came in second. They don't got nothing for these kids no more like that. But we had to learn
No,
all.
they don't.
Yeah, we had to learn all the Kojic history because we was Kojic at that time. So
Oh, so you were coaching.
I was okay. So I was apostolic. I was born apostolic, and
Mhm.
then when my parents got divorced, my mom couldn't afford to go to Flint anymore to my
Mhm.
church that we were going to. So Then we started going to a Kojic church in my hometown.
Okay.
That's what happened. So from like fifth to ninth grade, I was Kojic. Yeah. So
You called it.
When did you
nine
backslide? What grade?
in the 10th grade.
Okay.
I started
You remember the
young.
day and the hour? You
I
remember
started young.
what's your day on a
Yes.
Monday?
Yes. I was tired of them Kojic hoes. They
Oh my
lied.
God.
They
Right when I thought
lied.
we was really finna,
Yeah, you
we
ain't no.
always gonna take a left
Yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah. Take your Holy Ghost up over there. This the ghetto ghost. Okay, hold on, y'all.
I'm Hallie Jackson in Washington, and right now we've got new reaction from President Trump on the phone interview with NBC News. As we've learned today, 3 U.S. service members have been killed in that operation to attack Iran. President Trump tells NBC that he expected casualties with this operation, but he says in the end, it's going to be a great deal for the world. The president also says Iranian officials are talking to the U.S., but would not commit to halting the strikes with these talks if they happen. It's not clear how those troops were killed that we've referenced, but 2 U.S. officials say it happened in Kuwait. And this morning, some new images from the region. Look at this. Some new videos coming into us over the last few hours. With this war already escalating, Iran has extended its strikes to hit the UAE, to hit Bahrain, along with Israel. And take a listen to this. Those are the sirens in Jerusalem. And you see this, the aftermath of a strike at a town not far from there, where Israel says at least 9 people have been killed. I want to show you Tehran now from within just the last couple of hours. Look, you see that. Well, this is the scene, obviously, at that town in Israel. We'll take you over to Tehran now, where you'll see a plume of smoke billowing in the air. There it is. That is coming into us just from today. It's not clear if it is from an Israeli strike, but we know that strikes have been promised, have been threatened by the Israelis into the heart of Tehran. Our producer in the Iranian capital also reporting hearing massive explosions there. That's in just the last couple of minutes. Iranian state media also reporting that more than 150 people were killed in a strike on a girls' school in the southern part of the country. NBC News cannot independently confirm that. As Iran scrambles to figure out.
All right. So, one thing I want to ask y'all, because we tend to want world peace and stuff like that, and whatever. Um, but it seems like conservatives, they're so always war happy to me.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of times the casualties, especially because we've seen recently, within the U.S. Army, that there's been a lot of questionable or racist, practices going on with, black leadership, whatever. So it feels like a lot of times it's our kids on the ground, it's our black, brown and black kids on the ground, always having a fight, and they're always the ones that are passing away during times
Unrest,
yeah,
conflict.
unrest and conflict. So how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about us sitting, because they promise our kids, we remember when we was in high school, they'll tell guys like, oh, you'll get a Camaro and all of this and that. How
That's
do
what they was
y'all feel?
telling them in the recruiting room.
Yeah.
I'll start by saying this. I have been a major proponent for children that may not desire to go the traditional path, such as uh, higher education onto career. I have admonished tons of children to go to the military. I felt as if at that time that the military had a lot to offer, as far as not only would you get your education, but you would also get some type of trade, so that even if you become a civilian, you'll still have something to fall back on, coupled with, veterans benefits and things of that nature, and benefits while you're in there, because my parents were in the military as well. So I've always kind of pushed children in that direction. I've even mentioned it to my children as an option if that's something that they wanted to do. So I'm guilty of that. Now, I will say this, I'm not sure if it's a big major thing with black and brown people uh, being in there per se. I think it is, in fact, culturally diverse. Our military is. And I also feel as though um, it's not a matter of, you have to have something to offer to go in there as well. We have some very intelligent people on our front lines, specifically. So to that end, I'm still a proponent of joining the military.
Um, I am a. I'm going to just. I apologize. Go ahead, Jesse.
I was
He
telling
said,
you to go ahead. I was telling you to go.
Okay. I am a military kid. I spent about 6 years, no, about 5 years without my father in the house. He was very intermittently. He would come home. He would be leave for 12 months, come home 4 or 5, leave. So I know the pain or the difficulty of having a military parent. However, and I want and I'm not being insensitive. I understand why a lot of blacks are not patriotic as our forefathers, as our ancestors were. I would always say this: this is your country too.
mm-hmm,
And outside of small pockets of Africa, there's nowhere else in this world where we are doing as well as we are.
mm-hmm,
The freedoms we have, the ability to come on and speak with a woman without her having her head covered or having a
mm-hmm,
hijab on, or without, or court can go and say, hey, I was assaulted and I get shot in the head. Or the ability to have Jesse, live his truth and still be accepted. That's
mm-hmm,
America. And I'm a firm believer. If you take something, you should also give to it.
mm-hmm.
Now, as Courtney said, all of us won't be, put the mic down, Jesse. All of us won't be in the military. But I will say, if you know what it is, it's more than just Camaros and Challengers, because my plan was to be a Marine officer. I actually joined Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Injury prevented me from going to Paris Island. But I had plans to do a military career. But if you know what it is, it's not just traveling and meeting girls all over the world and driving a Challenger or Charger. It's actually life or death, and there are
Mm-hmm.
perks to serving it, but there are also consequences.
Mm-hmm.
PTSD,
Yeah.
lifelong ailments.
Hmm.
Sometimes fight for your money. But I will say it always has been the poor or the lower middle class citizens who've gone black, white, Asian, whatever, indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
I
because oh,
go
go
ahead, Jesse.
ahead,
Go
keep
ahead.
going.
I'm done. Go ahead.
I was just saying that I my ex was in the military during the Iran, I mean the Iraq, conflict or whatever. And when I say he has a lot of problems behind it. That's why I mean, I never really was pro, military or whatever. I kind of thought about it when I was in high school or whatever, but my parents said, no, you too big and fat, Daisy. So you don't need to go nowhere. Gag order. But anyways, so but after, talking to him about, things in his life that he's been dealing with and just seeing challenges, that he faces on the daily, especially regarding his health because he had an injury. And it's like the quality of life is like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he still tries to push through and stuff, but it's like it's still, always lingering in the background. Like, damn, like what would your life have been like if you never would have went to the military? So,
But
it's like,
that
go ahead.
is a
And
valid
that's
question, though.
on
Hmm.
both sides, though, good and
Yeah,
bad.
on both sides. I was just
Yeah.
about to say that because, so, like, for instance, my ex-husband is ex-military, and my girls get to go to college free. So there are certain perks, but I understand that there is definitely a price to pay that
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
paid
Yes.
if you do make that decision.
Yes.
So I
There's
understand both sides. So I'm not necessarily romanticizing joining the military. Um, but again, to some people's benefit, it helped them in life, and then while others maybe not so much. Let's be honest, there are some veterans that have come out of the military that are not doing as well. Maybe they've gotten discharged for whatever reason and they haven't been able to get back up on their feet. I used to, when I lived in Atlanta, when I was in my early 20s, I used to work for an organization where we would go out into the streets of downtown Atlanta, and we would pick up homeless veterans and provide transitional housing for them.
Oh,
So I've seen both sides of the fence, and it's not glorious. So I, in no means, I do not necessarily romanticize joining the military, but it has its privileges, but then it does have its downside to it, where you will need to count the cost.
hey Jess, can you see one of the women, one of the guys? She told her to go in the military, be homeless, and she walking
Please
past
don't
him,
do
going to forward a child somewhere else. You told me to do this. You told me to do this. It's your
Show
fault.
enough.
that.
It's your fault.
That is
He
not
just
funny.
laughed.
Show enough. It's always somebody like Courtney in the
I know, right?
wings.
Oh, come here. Yeah, go grab you.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
y'all
Hold
ever
on.
heard of them on when the truckers, them whatchamacallits, but you them hoes that be out there at the truck
Oh, the lot
stops and
lizards.
shit, that it's a military lot list.
Really?
Hoes be hanging around at military
Oh yeah. Oh
bases.
yeah. And hey, male and female now. You got some males too.
Every
Soon as
man wants some.
soon as the men get deployed, he call him Jody. He hang around the base. Tandy,
Josh,
Tandy.
and
count on
and
you to be inappropriate. Count on
and,
you.
and they be
How inappropriate? I'm not an
inappropriate.
adulteress. I'm not inappropriate. They the
You
one.
just know he done been around the block. He know a couple things.
Listen, no,
But
I know.
everybody can't be all innocent like you, Courtney girl.
To Courtney's
You're
point
right.
earlier. To Courtney's point earlier. Yes.
Don't try to fast talk past that. Please don't do that. Don't
To
do me.
Courtney
Go
point.
ahead.
To Courtney point earlier. My only issue is, and if I was the governor of Louisiana, and I honestly am considering making this a platform of mine, I think every young man should be in the National Guard at least. I'm a firm believer.
Mm,
Not for war, but for discipline and for
okay.
the once again, I can't lead my family and raise my kids to appreciate to make this place a better place if they don't appreciate where it's coming from. And a lot of
Well,
us have been hurt
now
by this.
everybody is not cut out.
Also
I didn't mean to
discipline.
cut through you.
Go
Everybody
ahead.
is not cut out for the military or cut out for National Guard. Let's be
You're gonna
clear.
be. You're gonna be. It's more for the. It's more. It's two
Oh,
for one.
don't vote for him.
It's two for one. It saves
And you
on.
running.
No, no.
It saves on policing, jailing, and you have better people. You have better men marrying your daughters. You have better young men walking with women if they know. For the
Because
stats.
military men are a hot mess.
Next.
No, no, no. This is what I'm saying.
No shade.
I'm considering. I'm considering 18 to 21-year olds, not career. I'm
It
saying
does
just
not
some
matter.
kind of mandatory service to where you actually give back to your state and actually learn some discipline.
No.
We all right.
Do a mentorship program. They remember way back
Y'all
in the
Speaking of
can't do
day.
mentors,
boys and girls club no more.
Right.
we have
Do
them now. We
join
have
the
them
Boy
now.
Scouts. Do something else.
No, no,
So here's the thing. You
no. Wasn't
don't
me.
want boys to be there that do not want to be there. That's number one. That's what you don't want.
We're not going to
Number
war.
two, they used to do that back in the days as far as once you turn 18 and you were a male, didn't you have to
You still do.
sign up?
You still do.
You still
That
do.
You
that's
still
the
do?
draft. Yeah, yeah. So it's so you still have to put your name down as a been a male, but it's not forced anymore. That's the draft. That's for
Yeah.
war. Remember, I said National Guard, not Army, not Marine Corps. The
Well, same
National Guard.
difference.
No. One's for war.
I
One's for
understand.
and the President Eisenhower and President I think it was Johnson realized that the morale of the soldier, if he didn't want to be there, isn't good. What I'm
Right.
speaking of is
That's what I'm
learning
saying.
how to be a contributor to your state. And you learn some discipline. We have too many people out here who are not been raised by men or been
Yeah.
raised with discipline in their lives. How do you mitigate that with the
Put
state?
something in the school systems to implement that type of
They ain't going to
practice. Like
school.
they
They ain't
have
going to school.
ROTC, they
Well,
have NJROTC. I was a part of ROTC,
Well, same here.
NJROTC.
Same here.
right,
But
right. Like Courtney saying, it you can't just like.
No,
make a high school, because
that
like
would
my
be a
mom
mess.
said at 18 was a hot
No.
mess. You know, you can't just force a kid out there into that type of environment,
Mm-mm.
going to National Guard training. They would need to have that already kind of prepared. So you would have to do some things in the
Oh, wow.
I know it.
You look
I
about like
know
that
it.
now. Look at you. That water fast got you looking like that.
I still got a baby face.
Put it back
So
on there.
so here's the
Hold
thing.
on.
Yeah, put it back
This
up.
was I was a colonel. I was the head of the whole program in my school.
We sure we know you were.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, you used
I
to
was
get, I
somebody.
don't know.
I was
Nothing
I
less
don't know
somebody.
than
what
leadership,
high
I was
okay?
school you went
Put the
to. I
picture
know
back
you
up. Put it
gave
back up.
all your
Send
alumni
that to
hell.
Jesse. We need to put it up.
Yep, send that to
Let
me
me
next
see
week.
it.
We're
hey,
gonna play it.
hey, don't
Next
be
week we're
docking me,
gonna play
bro.
it. You used to
Listen.
get them kids hell in that
You did you
school.
No,
see
I
how
was
tight
cool.
that shirt was tucked in? Then he had
Hey,
his little watch on. He you couldn't tell him
He
hey,
nothing.
used to wake
I was
at
the first. I was the first.
3:45 every morning to go
Right.
iron his clothes.
Hey,
Right.
I was the first colonel. And so Central had one of the oldest RTCs in the state,
Mhm.
and the biggest one. I was the first colonel in the new school. I was so proud of that.
Oh my God. I bet you were. Did you have your own office? They probably just gave you your
I
own
That
office
was
just
my
off
office.
GP.
That was my
And
desk.
you was
That's
a
what he had.
student. You
Hold on.
had a office. Look
All
at
right.
you.
I bet his ringtone back in the day, back then we had ringtones.
Yes.
I bet his ringtone was, I was proud to be an American,
American.
but at least I
Hey,
know I'm free.
hey,
You
I
had
was
them
an
ninjas
ass.
saluting you.
Yo, true story. So my mentor, Dr. Brown, and you'll meet him one day on live. His thing was he wanted to bring back the seriousness of the RTC, right?
Mhm.
I was a guy for him. I called a parade, or I called a what you call them, inspection. Stand up at attention when I walk in. I will
Y'all
face
didn't ever have
forward.
inspections though before
No, no,
you?
no, no. I mean official inspections, like with your uniform,
Yeah.
we go one by one. No, we didn't.
We had
We were too big.
inspections.
We were too big. I got
Oh,
them back though. I got them back though.
Now
you
When I
y'all
snapped
walk
was
them
in,
back
too
right. Look at
big.
you.
I want every company lined up, my battalion commanders. Hey, when
Oh my God. You thought you
Colonel,
was. I cannot.
Well,
right?
I have
Colonel
found,
Joshua.
Colonel
listen,
Smith, that's right.
I had found this funny clip on Threads that I wanted to play real quick. Hold on,
Okay.
y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Cooked. You going
He's
to 18 to
hilarious.
25, you are cooked. You going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you dropped out of high school, you are safe from World War III. They don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III. Now is the best time to be a felon. If you are LGBTQ, I'm sorry,
Jesse.
you are cooked. You are still going to World War
Hey,
III. Now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to World War
Oh
III.
my
If you are
God.
your only mother's son, I am sorry. You are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you are a woman, you are only half cooked because men are required to go first. But at any time, Congress can change legislation if they need more people. If you have kids, you are going to World War III. But if you're actively pregnant, you are not going to World War III. If you have major depressive disorder or severe anxiety, you got to be able to prove, it got to be documented, or you are cooked. If it's not documented, you going to World War III. Like and comment for part two. If you are 18 to
uh,
25, you are cooked.
Oh
You
my
going to
God.
World War
Jesse,
III. If you are 26 to
Jesse, close that shirt up. Get that
Ah!
voice deep. Put twisting can on. You going to World War III, boy?
Oh my
Oh, this
God.
can on.
Oh no, I got
Hey,
several
no.
things over there that he
Mm-mm,
said that I'm
mm-mm,
not going.
mm-mm, mm-mm. I know
I'm
before
not.
you go.
I know you the
Listen,
one.
listen.
Hold on.
You the main one going, Joshua.
I can't go. I got kids. Hey, I'm a chaplain. I can't
No,
go.
he said even if you got kids, you going.
Uh,
So no, real talk. My mother was supposed to go to, I think it was the Gulf War, and I remember them coming to the house to get my mother. I will never forget this. Oh my God. That's what you're gonna
Pull
do,
that
Jesse? Boom,
pull
you're
that wig
good. You're
off.
not going.
No, 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 no,
I,
no.
You're
Lift it
not
up.
going.
What's the part of that wig?
Not going. Don't worry about it. You are not cooked.
Hey,
I'm
Jesse gonna
aware,
hey,
okay,
hey,
if
Jesse
it,
gonna be a Fallujah with that wig on. You take my word.
Fallujah with the
With that wig on too. That hot behind the wig on.
I'm William McCray Jr.
Hey,
I'm William McCray Jr.
He
Don't
said
play
you
with
said
me.
he gonna be a Fallujah with that
hey, gonna
wig
be
on.
Fallujah with that wig hey, and that shirt open too. Holding that gun. You
I'm
going.
not.
But no,
And
so wartime for real. So two soldiers came to our house and told my mom she had less than 48 hours to be ready to go.
Was
And
she
my
in the
mother
service
was like,
already?
"Yes." My mom was like, but she was off though. I can't remember what it was cuz she had kids. And so my mother was like, "I cannot go. I have no one to watch my children cuz my parents were divorced and my dad lived in another state." So she was like some kind of way, the grace of God, she was able to get off, but she had to come out of the military in order to do so. I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. I was a little girl and them
my
two big old not sergeants, but two big old uh I don't know if it was military police. I don't know who exactly it was, but they were like, "Ma'am, you gotta go." And my mom was just standing up there trying to talk to him, like, "I can't." And so I think if you do not have anybody to be able to gain quick access to your children, you may. But I don't know what they do now because that was a very
that was
long
during
time ago.
9/11.
No,
The Gulf
like
War.
not early
Gulf.
'90s.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Desert Storm.
I'm older than y'all.
We know.
Ooh,
That ain't fair. That ain't fair, Jesse.
No, that was a cheap shot.
Hey,
My bad. But
that's okay.
no, I was gonna say. No, my granddad was supposed to go to the Vietnam War. Because that was the last draft.
Hmm.
But since he was the only son, because I have a
Mm,
really, really, really small family. So
okay.
since he was the only son, he didn't get sent off to the war.
My
so your
dad went
granddaddy
to
didn't
Vietnam.
go, and guess what? You going in his place because you
You
supposed to
going?
go. You going,
It's
all right?
Skip a
I done
generation ago
been.
to you.
It's
I
skipping. You
I got a
going.
couple of things that he said on that list that
Uh,
would qualify me for not being
you ain't
going.
got no kids, all right?
It's a couple of things.
Let
If
me
you
move
want to
on.
figure it out,
Hey,
send me a cash app and
hey,
I'll send you the receipt.
listen,
Cause
to the U.S.
no,
Army, have somebody in that room checking, all right? Pull the pants down.
yeah,
A
They have to
mess.
I'm
check it.
crazy. I'm crazy for a reason. Y'all done seen the videos. So
Just to start cussing them out so good, they be like, "Okay, you're good. Don't worry about
yeah,
it."
I'm on that list. And I
I don't.
told you, I'll go down there, I'll go put this wig on so quick and I'll go take some hormones. I'm not going to war. I'm sorry, Josh, you on your own, bro.
I I don't think that we would ever see the warfare a la
Mm,
Vietnam again or
okay.
Iraq. We have too many alternatives, drones, X,
Mhm.
Y, Z. So I don't see the need for a standing 3 million man army unless we had two, unless we have two theaters. Then of course, but like that's so. That's listen. Go back and read the account of the what's his name? The guy we just took South America. Or
The,
Chapo?
the Iranian president.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no. In
Oh,
South America,
Venezuelan president?
Venezuelan.
oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Go on and read the account on that. They have equipment now or weapons that would literally they shut the people's bodies down miles away. So
It's
what?
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it was
It's
so
the mark of the
it's
beast.
some frequency to where their
Oh.
insides they literally shut down like they couldn't take the sound. So when you can't fight back, SEAL teams whoever came in come in, the Army Delta comes in, get what they need to get, kill whoever they need to kill and get out. So with that kind of warfare, it's only getting worse with drones. With there's a weapon that's rumored to where they can a bomb. the bomb will kill the people inside the building without harming the building.
Strike, strike, strike.
I'm sorry. The
Y'all
strike.
done said so many words
Well, I
right
know, but
now.
I'm just trying to train y'all. I'm trying to media
Yeah.
train y'all.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Jesse. I appreciate that. They have weapons now, rumored or developing, that will hurt the people inside the building without damaging the building. So with that kind of warfare or kind of weaponry, I'm not sure we'll ever see the need for a major draft like this.
But see,
Okay.
that's the thing that's scary, because they said, and we've been hearing rumors about that, about China, or the next war is going to be around technology.
I
If
was
it
just
ever
about to say
is
Yes,
that.
another war in our
yes,
lifetime,
cyber,
it's
yes.
Yeah,
going to
I was
be a
just about to say
cyber
that.
thing, and that's the scary thing because I've been thinking to myself like America has been graced by not having any conflict on our soil.
Shoot, I
In a
don't know.
hundred in 100 years, aside from 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, in the last 100 years, we really haven't
No,
had.
I feel
We
like
haven't
we
had
have
none.
conflict on our soil now as it pertains to ICE versus the people.
Well, that's
We saying
domestic. I'm talking
foreign, yeah,
about,
yeah,
yeah, foreign.
international, like outside influences, like war,
Oh, I see what
invasion,
you're saying.
Yeah.
and with the modern, we used to be where those two oceans kept us free, and for the most part, it still does. But that gap is closing mighty quickly.
Yeah, especially considering we all been saying technology is going to be, in the forefront. So it's getting scary. We're not I don't think we're as safe as that. I think we're a little bit too brave. I don't think 9/11 was going to be the last time we see, mass
Of course
casualty
not.
like that on our soil. So, we
Yeah,
have to be conscious about, having emergency plans and making sure that we have our documents in safe, secure places and having a steady cash flow on us because you never know what's going to happen. Having our passports, because it's getting scary out here. Like we can't keep acting like nothing is going on at all.
that.
We have to think about these things. We have to talk about these things and take it very serious.
Oh, and one more
Um,
thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, please, Courtney, I'll wait.
Okay, because I didn't want to forget. So also with our government halfway shut down, if you're traveling anytime soon, you got to get there like 1 hour is not gonna cut it.
No, no TSA pre-check no more. Not right now.
No TSA
Yeah,
pre-check. What about clear?
no.
Clear,
Clear
clear is the
dependent
private.
upon. Yeah, but clear is tethered to TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Okay.
I thought I kept seeing their like advertisements being, going around saying, well, you don't got to worry about TSA pre-check, just come to clear.
That's
Well, I'm
if
about
they
to
have
find out.
their own lane. So, for in New Orleans, we don't have our own. We have clear here, but they have their own lane. Clear is
Mhm.
kind of like the documentation down here.
Mhm.
Whereas in
Oh,
St. Louis or Los Angeles, they have their own lane. So yeah, you
Mhm.
can bypass it. But here,
Mhm.
you still have to go through TSA pre-check in New Orleans.
Mhm.
Most clear is good for like a lot of stadiums also, like concerts and sporting events. They
I
also
didn't
good
know
for
that.
that too. But it's not ubiquitous as a
Okay.
TSA pre-check.
but okay, this is you had one point, Josh, but I wanted to say something about the clear thing. Could it be a scheme set up by Todd to, look, to privatize TSA?
No, I'm tell you
Ooh.
no. I'm tell you why.
Okay.
TSA is more so a government surveillance than it is about expediency and quickness.
But a third party can take over that and still do the same thing. They can get a government contract to
And
do just that.
Trump has
Good point.
said
Good
that
point.
he wants to do that to other sectors of,
Mm.
of government. They want to,
But
Don't get
decentralize
my brain turning.
everything.
Hold on. Let me write this
but
down.
a so here the TSA travel the TSA monitors. They have resources that governments have. Private companies don't
Yes.
have resources and also they talk to each other. FBI, like
Mhm.
they get information. You can't do that depending upon a third party carrier, a third
Y-
party company.
Yes, you can. If you have a government contract with a high level security clearance, you can.
This is what I'm saying, Courtney. What I'm saying is, for example, if I need to. it requires too much access to governmental information
Listen at what I just
to
said.
be. I heard
If
you.
you have a certain security level clearance, because there are government contracts that deal with government things that, how can I put this, that are high level security that you can get a contract for and work that contract if you have a certain level of security clearance. You
I
can
know
do
what you're saying,
anything.
but that's limited to one specific sector. TSA is in Homeland Security, FBI, CIA. All that data is not just used for travel. That is for anti-terrorism efforts. That is
I
for
understand.
go ahead.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you realize to the magnitude of how many government contracts that you may think is the government is a
With
private
somebody
entity.
else. I can see that.
Because I used to
Like
work with government contracts.
Yeah.
apps.
Especially oh, my bad, Josh. Go ahead.
You fine. Like apps. Like you think it's Chick-fil-A, but it's a third-party company really running their app. Like like, it's something small like that. So it's
Well,
really the
no. So
government
I'm
space.
gonna say it to you like this: the government has purchased. Can I say weapons?
Yeah, because we just gonna have a media training class one
Okay.
day.
Please, hey,
I'm not gonna get
what
my
a, give me a book too to read
From a
afterwards.
government contract. That's why government contracting is so lucrative, because the government will purchase or have someone to provide service for anything.
But it's not data, Courtney. I know what you're saying. It's not data.
No, they do have some research it.
Name me one. Give me one. Boeing.
No,
I know Northrop Grumman. NASA. Give me one that the government gives their data to. For example, the CIA. If that was the case, the FBI can be privatized then. If that was the case, Homeland Security can be privatized. America, for national security reasons, cannot give their data to a third party company that is susceptible to being hacked or at risk of being taken over. I could be
keep
wrong, but
talking.
but,
I'm
but I
through.
doubt it though.
No, I don't think so, Josh. I agree with Courtney, especially in this administration. I think anything can happen, and then
I used to
considering
work in
that,
government contracting, so I know.
yeah,
But
because
we'll look it up.
yeah, TSA isn't that like a new? That's a newer thing that didn't become a thing until 9/11,
After
right?
9/11, yeah. Oh. Why? Why now? Why? To make sure the country is never caught with their pants down again as far as air terrorism. That is a very important task. And so, what company has the resources, the structure, and the training to tell America, hey, give us all of that trust, and we'll make sure the country is safe? There's nobody
They'll
that has
do it.
that.
I swear they'll do
It's
it.
been
They will
25
do it. They
years,
could be
26 years.
trained. What are you
with
talking about?
with this administration, he keep pressing this whole we need to shut down the post office thing, even though that would be a horrible thing. I don't want Glorilla and her mama and them down there working. At the FedEx, because they work at FedEx. I don't want them down there at the post office with my secure documents. No.
Watch this. Yes. So I asked Chat GPT, we're utilizing AI, right? I said, could TSA be privatized through government contracts? Yes, TSA screening can already be privatized through government contracts, and in fact, parts of it already are. But it's not a total handoff of private companies. It's it's more of a hybrid model. Okay. Number one, the US already has a legal program for this.
And mute her microphone, Jesse.
He don't like
You
to
don't
be
want to be
told. The church is
wrong.
quiet.
No.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yes, TSA screening can be done by private contractors through federal contracts.
And then when I Googled it, there are the most articles titles are three reasons privatizing airport security is necessary, although endangered. So apparently there's a big push for it to privatize airport security.
But it already kind of is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Parts of it is.
a lot of the public facing stuff that we don't see probably is.
Airports create their own security rules.
I didn't know
Hmm.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that's up in the air right now.
It's
Like nothing
private
is the
labor,
same. Yeah,
federal control. Private labor, federal control.
yeah. So, but yeah.
It's
Mm-mm-mm.
already happening at some airports.
So Jesse is saying that he can see. Oh, yeah, matter of fact, right here, first article to the right, right here. Trump administration wants to privatize TSA. Do y'all remember that
So,
movie with? Go ahead.
could TSA be fully privatized nationwide legally and politically? That's a much bigger question. So that's the question at hand. So that would involve Congress and security labor unions, cost, safety, what you were talking about, Joshua. So I'll give you that. But could it be privatized? Yes. I told you that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a hypothetical thing. We don't think it would happen, but
No, it's happening. I just read it.
well,
It's
I'm talking about like
already
a
happened.
total, yeah, with a total thing, a
Oh
total
yeah.
thing, yeah.
It
Um,
could happen.
it could happen, but most likely, I don't.
Mm,
It'll be hard.
it would
Just
not
like
be hard.
for example, they tried to dismantle the Department of Education. How did that work out?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
dismantled it.
I no, no. Prior, like he said, prior to now, it's a mess now. The
Hmm.
the result. It's a mess now. But his point is, prior to now, they've tried it. It hasn't worked,
Well,
and it won't work now.
they dismantled the
They dismantled without a
department.
plan.
Yeah, and they just sent, the stuff that they had to have, they sent it to other departments. So it's really not dismantled. So, it's
But
like,
it is because it's like HUD handling special education is like what the heck.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
So
um, so make sure. Well, at the end of the day, what it comes down to, the center of our messaging at this time is make sure you get your tail up and vote. Time is of the essence.
have y'all? Does anyone? I know I've early voted. Has anyone? Do you all have early voting going on right now, or what's going on?
Not right now that I'm. No, not that I'm aware of. We don't have it yet. Our ballots aren't
You're in
almost.
a yeah. Your primary is different from ours because of your candidates, like the seat. But ours
Okay.
isn't until November. Well, late October, early
Oh,
November.
okay.
Well, no, ours is I believe in August. Our primaries, if
Our
I'm not
primaries.
mistaken. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it's
you're right. You're right.
I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
Everybody
double
It's
check.
August.
primary is
That's
not
right.
the
That's
same.
right. No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Why?
It depends. Special session. It depends. Like for example, we had one last month in February because people got voted out or either voted another office in November.
Okay.
So it was earlier
When
than
is
normal.
when is the primaries for the presidency? We don't have that.
Yeah,
That started.
that's in 2028.
Yeah,
And it's the same way here in Michigan. Yeah, our primaries. I think y'all might have a special election,
they
Courtney.
do. They do.
Hmm.
They do.
That's what
It's
it
not
is.
normal.
Okay.
Yeah, our primaries is August the 4th.
Okay.
Here in Michigan. But yeah, go to these websites. I love Ballotpedia. It tells you everything you need to know. When I gotta a lot of times I don't be studying them damn ballots. I go
Because
and
it
look
be
at
so
the it be
much.
so much. And so I go look at the ballot, when I pull up to the polling place, because I still go in person on the day of.
Hmm.
So when I pull up, I'm looking at the names. If it's a Shaquita on there, I'm voting for
Period.
Shaquita.
Point blank.
If I don't see a
Look at
Shaquita
Josh though,
on
like that kind of
there,
carrying on. Jasmine,
if I see a Jalen on there, I'm voting for Jalen.
bottom line,
What's good?
all the
But
time.
Fast forward, Jalen Carter stole $500 million and had three prostitutes in the governor's
whoop de
mansion.
And
What are
that's
doo.
we, what are we
fine.
talking about? No, it's not. No, no,
And
no,
that's
it's not.
okay. No,
No,
I'm
it's not.
teasing y'all. I'm
If
No,
they
it's
can
not.
teasing.
vote
Come
for,
on, I'm teasing.
if they can vote for,
No, I do
Mr.
kind of.
Orange for,
It's not
based off of
about.
racism,
It's not
I
Okay,
don't
about
so
know.
like
that.
for
It's
instance,
about
in
being a responsible
Texas,
voter.
Hey,
so in
Jalen.
Texas, we when I checked in, they say, they ask you, do you want a Democratic ballot or a Republican ballot?
See, and I heard about y'all in that
I
split
don't like
ticket
that. I
mess
don't like that. I
Hmm.
don't
down
like
there.
that.
Y'all need to vote that mess out. Somebody needs to go do a petition and vote it out.
Louisiana, copycat self, and this is what I love my state, but I can't stand. We have an inferiority complex in our government here. So whatever Texas do and Florida do, we
You
got to do.
probably should. You
We
should.
first of all, wheelchair governor. Hey, we
But you should.
no, we should.
Yeah, we
Uh,
trying to vote Hot
Meek,
Wheels
meek,
out, but that's
meek,
beside the point.
he
meek,
ain't going
meek,
nowhere.
meek.
He
Y'all
ain't going nowhere.
need
He ain't going nowhere.
y'all need to
Um,
copycat somebody.
Louisiana, Louisiana just initiated to where we now can't have independent, either Democrat or Republican.
Hmm.
There's no independent. Now, I don't like Texas
Wow.
because I have voted for some Republican candidates on a Democratic slip. So, no, give me my option, okay? I want to vote
I
according
see what
to,
you're saying, but
yeah, I don't like that. So,
But yeah, we can. I believe we can split our ticket. We have a
we can.
in the former white mayor of Detroit. He's currently running for governor here, and he's running independent. And it's really a scheme set up by Ty and Trump and Hegseth. Because we the people, he's splitting the ticket bad. He's actually winning, like based off of the polls that's going around now. Because I'm gonna be honest, the black Republican candidate, he's whatever, he's a throwaway, and then the white Democrat woman, she's not enthusiastic. So it's just like we're gonna vote for and he's being backed by MAGA, y'all. He's getting a lot of funds from MAGA. MAGA isn't even supporting the black Republican; they're supporting an independent.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah, so we're trying to tell everybody do not vote for that man because he wants to go around saying, "Oh, I saved Detroit. I saved Detroit." No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Mm.
Detroit was already coming back. People were already interested in coming here. I will say he did a good job at managing the interests of people wanting to come here and invest in things like that. But it wasn't because of him. Let's be clear. So, people, I'm like, this whole split the ballot thing, it's a lot of testing of democracy going on, whether good or bad. Split the ticket, don't split the ticket.
I've
It's a
never
lot of
seen that
testing.
before in
It's
my
it's
life.
crazy. Here in Michigan, we're either
Yes.
right or left, right or left. We've never had an independent. It's crazy.
I, I'm
Mhm.
I'm very conservative when it comes to our voting, protecting our voting. But here's my philosophy: the state should make voting as easy and convenient as possible. Simple as that.
And we
It
didn't
should
get
be.
to. Oh, I was gonna say, Josh, my bad. But we
You
had
fine.
talked about the Save Act on the last video, and me and Courtney was
Yes,
like, whatever.
yes.
But I'm glad you brought that back up.
Mhm.
But keep going with your point.
That's my whole point. I'm for protecting our elections. I'm for protecting our ballots. But it's such a superfluous problem to the point where the SAVE Act is not necessary. If you read into the SAVE Act, then you'll see why they have to pass this. They use the voter fraud and voter whatever as the face of it. Y'all, voter fraud is like almost out of every 100 ballots, 0.45% might be,
Mhm.
not even guaranteed, might be. So this is not a big issue. I'm for making sure that you have the right to vote. I'm for making sure that felons get their right back after a certain amount of time. I'm for making sure that you are a citizen to vote. But the state should make voting as convenient as possible. And we're seeing it purposely being done. Now, side note, to all the black people who are saying they get an ID, it's too expensive or too whatever to vote, guess what? I'm tired. Tough luck. Tough
No,
luck.
so
I
we
keep
talked
hearing that.
about that. So we talked about that as
I
well.
know.
There are some
I know, Jess.
elderly that are unable to get that real ID
Hence
because
the
they do not
convenience.
have their no, because they do not have their birth certificate.
They have
They've
exemptions,
never
Courtney.
had a birth
They
certificate.
they have they have exemptions.
No, they
They have
don't.
exemptions.
No,
You
they
see,
don't. No, they
here in
don't.
Louisiana, they do
You
it here
didn't
Not in
watch
also.
the
every state.
video.
Not in
You didn't
every
watch the
state.
video.
No.
That's a
And this is
federal thing,
He
this
Courtney.
ain't
is
watch it.
no. This is
I
what.
did
Okay,
watch
let
it.
me
I
school.
did.
Let me school you one more time. My granddad. You saw that part where I said my granddad was born in Jim Crow,
He
Mississippi.
he
So he
missed that
never
part.
had a birth certificate. He didn't get a social security number until he retired in
And
2007.
there is a waiver they can get. This is
Yeah,
not a
there's
state
a
thing.
waiver, but
This is a
did you
federal
not
thing.
Did you not see the video where the woman she tried to get a real ID to um she tried to get a real ID to go travel, and she was in the same situation as my grandfather where she never had a birth
And she
certificate or
used to work
social
for the
security.
post
She
office.
worked for the post office. She had a problem getting a real ID, and you got to
She didn't
think
have the
about
waiver,
these.
Jesse.
No,
She
she could
couldn't get
not
the
get
real
the waiver.
ID.
She didn't have the waiver to exempt her to get the real. Like I'm saying, she knew it through the process.
She
There is a
couldn't get the
process.
She
waiver.
couldn't get
Why
it.
not?
They wouldn't
Why
allow
not?
her
There are
because
people
she
that
has no
cannot get
record.
the real ID. That's what the problem is.
How she
If
got a
it
job
was
then?
as simple, if it was as easy as getting a waiver, don't you think that woman would have gotten a waiver? Don't you
How
think a
she had a
lot of
job
these
then, Courtney?
people would?
My granddad had a
That's
job
what that's
for
what she was saying. She was saying, I worked for the post office for a very long time. I don't know how how I was able to do that, but here we are. She can't get a real ID. If
You
it was as easy as getting a waiver, she would have done that. She wouldn't have been on the news because the news would have told her, "Hey, go down there around the corner, get your waiver," and it's as easy as that. And it's not, because if that was the case, then Jesse's grandfather would have done the same thing. That's what the problem is. That's why people are raising hell about this real ID situation.
who is
Not
people?
only the elderly, but there are other people that are
this
unable
is
to
why
get the
the
real ID.
Democrats
When I
NAACP.
moved, no, 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 I'm not buying that. When I moved to Louisiana, okay, I damaged my birth certificate, okay,
But
and in
did you
order to
grow
get
up in
my real
Jim
ID,
Crow, Mississippi, or Georgia? Because that's where
Right.
we're going with it. If we can't talk about that, if
I'm
you
All
referring.
not,
you had to do was
I,
go up, either go up to the hospital that you were born in or reach out to them and get your birth certificate.
I'm
But if you were
referring to
born
what
in go ahead.
Courtney said was other people, and I asked, listen, this is not a widespread problem, okay? As far as Jesse's grandfather, Courtney saying other. I'm saying people who were born in the last 50 years raising hell about getting
but
documentation.
it's
It
not
took me
about
literally
There's
them.
a
seven.
content creator that is saying that they can't get there. I'm not trying to say their name, but they can't even get their real ID either.
I was able to go online. Once again, now this is not a state thing, a federal thing. Went online and had a replacement birth certificate in my mail within 2 weeks online. Every state now
But you
digitized.
have what are you not getting here, Josh? We're saying these are unique situations where these
If
people they don't have that on record. There was never a record. Do you not realize down there in Mississippi, in South Carolina, Georgia, these places they did not allow black people to come in those buildings
I
back in the
understand, Jesse.
60s.
I'm
They
referring to
allowed your
Courtney
mother to come there in 1992. Not in but in the 1960s, hell, they was still putting Negro on birth
and colored.
certificates.
My mama, hey, mama, shout out to you. You're colored. You ain't black.
Yeah,
You
my
colored.
aunt has Negro on her birth certificate.
Negro.
So things were different back then. They just didn't, they weren't
Jesse,
allowing black
I
people
understand that.
in the hospitals. And so our government, at history repeats itself. Our government has failed black people over and over again. They never corrected those issues back when the civil rights era was going on. They never said, okay, bring your kids down here. It's a requirement for you to bring your kids down here, make them get a social security card. They didn't do that. They played a lot of games with us underhandedly. And okay, now that you done worked and you're 70 years old, oh, okay, yeah, well, okay, we'll give you a waiver. Now you got to inconvenience yourself and all of this and that. And then 10 years later, now we're going to make this whole real ID thing a thing. And now you can't travel. And now you got to go out your way and do this, that, and the third. Or, we just not going to give you, you don't got a birth certificate. We're not going to give you nothing because you don't got a birth certificate.
Firstly, Jesse,
You were never a thing.
I understand that, Jesse, what you're saying. For the second time, I refer to Courtney, and Courtney said people are going haywire, and that's correct. What I'm saying is those people outside of Jesse's grandfathers and your mother, who was Courtney, your example. I saw those
This
people
was
right there.
this was on the
That
news.
this was on the
okay,
news. This was a
okay.
random
I'm
lady.
I'm referring to people who have access to stuff, but just not doing it. They're every state. Listen, nothing too. Real ID has been around for the last 10 years. The deadline just hit what last year? I got mine in 2018. No, 2017. It's been around for a long time.
I did as well, but everybody, there are other people outside of us
Is
that
and it's
can.
mostly older people, and this is what I was telling you,
That's my
Courtney,
point then,
last
Jesse.
week. this is what I was telling you last time, Courtney. I was saying that the Democrats are not doing their job properly at promoting, because now you have people like Josh that they're saying like, well, y'all just saying stuff about the young
Right.
people. I said that
Y'all ain't
specifically
doing what y'all need to do. Y'all just
because
lazy.
it's
Y'all
it's
don't
not
want to take the extra
necessarily
steps.
because
What
they're
is
That's
telling
what
the
what
y'all
is
wrong
what
saying.
is it then?
they're
They
telling
are.
the they're
No,
telling the
that's
wrong
not the
stories.
case.
They're
They're
telling
telling
the
the wrong
wrong
stories.
stories and they're
Okay, I
making the
can get with you
wrong
on that.
point. That's what I was saying at
Yes.
the time. I'm like,
Okay.
you're making the
Cause
wrong point
cause I
because
had
it's
never encountered somebody like Josh that would think that these people are just sitting and twiddling their thumbs and don't want to
because
do
nobody
anything the
is doing
right
that.
way.
Nobody is doing
True or
that.
false? True or
Nobody's
false?
doing
True
that
or
in real
false?
life.
True or false? Every state digitized. True or false? Every state digitized. That's true.
They did.
That's
Secondly,
besides the
every
point.
But
no, it's not Courtney. Every state, Courtney. If I'm from Arkansas, if I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi, I am and was born within a certain time frame. Okay, I am able, especially if I have a driver's license, I am able to go
You're missing it.
online.
Di- We got that.
What I'm
You're
missing?
good. That's
What I'm missing,
fine.
Courtney?
I've had to replace my birth certificate. I was able to do it.
What I'm
It
missing,
wasn't a
Courtney?
hard process. What you're missing is there are people that do not have a birth certificate, cannot get a birth
Okay,
they
certificate.
don't have it.
if they
They don't
have
have it.
a driver's
Period.
license, they have to have one to get one.
No, that's the whole concept of real
Name one
ID.
state. Give me one state that allows you a license without a social security number or birth certificate.
You
Give me one
Are
state,
allowed
you
ma'am.
that
able to
in
pull up that?
7
Are
and
you
8.
able to pull up that news clip of the lady?
Hold on,
Please,
real
Jesse,
quick.
if you don't mind.
Cause he down with the white people,
Period.
child.
Period. All you got to do is just go
Okay,
around
okay.
now.
I'm sorry, I wasn't clear. I've also seen younger people. I'm gonna say like I'm say 70 and younger. Okay, average scenario who are complaining about the requirements. So my frustration is not toward necessarily towards Courtney and Jesse's scenario. It's the people who are waiting to the last minute. Number one, and number
The
two,
no,
who
the
are
people that you are talking about, Josh, is 0.5%.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
0.5%. Let me tell you something about older people. They are serious about voting. I shared
Hmm.
this on one of our previous shows. They have had, especially older black people, they have had to go through entirely too much to be able to vote, especially in the South. So let's be clear. They're trying to vote in every election as best they
Hmm.
can. That's why this woman was on the news talking about how she can't vote because she can't get a
Well,
real
no,
ID.
she was on the news because she couldn't go
What
travel
is Courtney
for a
Okay,
talking
real eye.
about?
excuse
She
me.
couldn't get
Excuse me.
she couldn't
My
No,
bad.
no,
travel.
no, 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 no.
She
Ain't no excuse
couldn't.
for you.
My bad.
What?
But
Still though.
Josh,
No, no,
what before I
Still.
play the video, what we're trying to
My
say
bad.
I
is
get your point,
what
Jesse. I get your point.
they keep
But
moving
she
the
can vote.
goalposts.
Yes.
They keep moving the
It's not
goalposts. So
for black
how
folks.
is it?
It's for every citizen. It's not just this. Every
It's
We
citizen
didn't
for
has to have
say
the
black
same
did we
requirements.
people. It's for black people. It's for everybody. For everybody to be oppressed. They trying to find out any
How about that?
opportunity,
anyway
And
any
that's
to
why
way.
suppress
I
our vote.
Because
They
preface.
will do
what white
that.
person do you know that would not have a birth certificate?
A
This would
lot of
only
them.
apply.
A
This would
lot of
only
them.
apply.
What?
This
Some of the
No.
stories I follow. Oh. Two examples.
No.
Two examples. Okay. Two examples. There was a man in Blue Ridge, West Virginia, and there was a man in I want to say Sundance, Alabama. I could be wrong. Who was saying about how number one is they were complaining about how Real ID is more government interference, but then saying I don't have all the documents. However, I'm a soldier. I'm X Y Z, and later was telling him go to the office to get a waiver. And I learned about it. And then secondly, I preface by saying the government should make voting as simple as possible. That's the whole problem here. They're making things hard for the citizenry because they want either stifle the vote or hoping that most people say it's too hard, I ain't gonna vote and give in.
so and again that was the point that I was. We are saying the same thing a different way,
All right,
Hmm.
but
Courtney. Go ahead,
it.
Jose.
But I was. That's what I was telling Courtney the last time I said Democrats and their messaging because again that's what people are going around here saying like, oh, the youth that's oppressing them. It's like it's not about that. Can y'all talk about these older people that have you know Hold on, let me just play the video,
I
child.
want to
Let me
bet
see.
you that's 0.5% right there. I want to bet you.
And off the
First
top
story.
at 5:30, a Miami-Dade woman says she is stuck in limbo trying to get her real ID driver's license. The reason? She cannot prove that she was born in the United States. Good evening. I'm Jim Barry.
And I'm Naja Sherman. Thank you for joining us. This all comes as the deadline to get the real ID change is approaching in just 2 weeks.
CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois explains how state and federal lawmakers are stepping in to help. Tanya.
That's right, Jim. Jeanette Gant Palmer was born at home in South Carolina during the Jim Crow era. A birth certificate was never issued, and without it, the DMV will not renew her license. Jeanette Gant Palmer was born in Aiken County, South Carolina, back in February of 1949.
76 years blessed.
But this retired postal worker has called Miami home for 55 years.
My car is paid for, my house is paid for, I'm going to drive.
She's had several Florida driver's licenses in the past, showing us her latest two. On the day before her birthday, she went to renew it and hit a roadblock.
After waiting 2 hours in the line, I said, I'd like to renew my driver's license. Oh no, we need this and we need that. And for what? What reason? I never had it before.
Gant Palmer needed her birth certificate or
So that's what we're talking about, Josh, is those type of situations. This is not as uncommon as you think.
I
He
know
said it's
that.
0.5%, and I mean that's just not true.
Okay. The average citizen right now is between 74 and 77. Okay, average citizen. They have had most success. I looked it up. More success with older people going earlier. It's us young people wait to the last minute to go. Now, her story, I get her story. However, most people are able to at least get a waiver, at very least, at minimum. Now, with her story, she has nothing at all saying she's a citizen here. Most people have at least a social security number or something that follows them.
But see,
Am I wrong?
no, I told you my granddad didn't get a social security number until 2007 when he retired after working 40 years. He never had one. That's just the system was way different back then. So, you know,
My
we're about
grandmother's
to
80 and she has one. And she's born in Sandersville, Georgia. Sandersville and Aikens are the same thing.
well,
She
my
has
granddad was born in
documentation.
the middle of Mississippi somewhere. We
Hey,
don't even
hey,
know if his birthday, if it's is his real birthday.
And then a lot of them were born at home.
Yes.
They weren't
mine
even
was too.
born at hospitals.
My grandmother was
So,
born in terms of Worthing, Georgia. Worthing, Georgia is that
yeah.
is that big. Worthing,
Hmm.
Georgia is, and she had as an adult documentation, but she didn't go get some. Now I'm not sure what she did to prove she's a citizen, but she did eventually get some information to say I'm this person right here. This is my mother and father, X Y Z, and she's
But
80
it's
this year.
just this whole real ID thing. This it's just they keep moving the goalposts, and we have to keep our foot
How
on
Jesse?
their neck.
How Jesse?
You just didn't watch the video. Well, look,
Child,
No,
we
I ain't
ain't
got
got
no more. You
time.
right? I ain't got no more
We ain't
time
got
to try to
time.
convince
no,
you.
no, no,
You
no,
We do
no,
know
not
it.
have
You
time.
got it.
no. I'm asking Jesse, how do you keep moving the goalposts? On what? On voting? On what? On what area?
This real ID thing was not a thing until it became a thing.
It's security purpose. Oh, this is not for voting. This is a security measure. However,
But
in order
they're
to get
It's
saying
a
your
how
secret
ID,
putting
easily
a
can
yellow
this
putting a little
supply.
star on a driver's license is a security measure.
you're missing the whole story. Okay, in her
But you,
story, hold on,
she could not.
real
She
quick.
couldn't
In
get
her
the
story,
real.
She has
in her
worked for
story,
the government.
I
She
know. In
worked for
her
the US
story,
Postal Service.
she can't get a new license. Okay, let's go backwards. You need a license to vote, right? You have to have a license, right, to vote.
Yes,
The
or
licenses now they're giving you
government
are
ID.
only your real ID. Now, that right there is not for voting. That right there is for security reasons to verify you are who you say you are when you travel.
Yes,
Okay?
okay. Yes.
Now,
But in her whatever state she's in, they said
Miami,
they
Florida.
wouldn't renew it at all. They
Yeah.
said
Yes.
they weren't
So
going to renew it at
in her
But she
all.
can't
in
even
her
get a driver's
case,
license.
yeah, in her case, it's very bespoke. But this whole thing about moving the goalposts, this isn't about voting. This is about security only.
They
That's what I'm
are
saying,
moving the
Jesse.
goalposts when it comes to voting. We we have seen it where these kids
Josh, are you
can't
not like?
vote.
Are you not up?
In
Like, are you not like?
in
Because it's starting to make me
in
mad a little
no no no
bit.
no no.
But are you
Hey,
not
to be
paying
clear,
attention to what's going on
in
outside? Like
okay,
they keep saying things that they're going to
we're
do. That's
only referring to real ID right now. You're right. But for time, the citizens, the state should make voting as easy as possible. That's right. I agree with y'all. I'm referring to real ID right now. This has nothing to do with voting. This is a security measure only.
Okay.
Now, in her case, she
chat. Let
We ain't
us
got
know.
time.
the two are
Let us know
tied.
how y'all feel. Because I don't think we sound delusional. I'm not
No.
about to argue with it no more.
He's is giving a Republican vibe, but that's fine. We'll take it.
Cause
Thanks
I don't
for
y'all
your
know how I
contribution.
roll. You know
Can I
I'm not
comment?
playing respectability with MAGA people. I don't
Period.
do the, oh, let's come to the table. There is no
Oh,
table over here, so
done. The
I
table is
don't know.
closed.
All right, y'all.
The
Thank
door
you
is
all so
closed.
much for
All right,
coming.
well, let's comment if you don't mind.
Okay, what's the comment?
When we're praying, keep in mind those people in Dubai right now, Iran, have wives, have husbands, have children. Please keep them in your mind. They aren't all enemies of the state of our country. A lot of them are trapped. Most of them are trapped, I believe. There are women now who are literally giving their lives the last couple of years to get rights in Iran.
Hmm.
No matter what you agree with,
Yeah.
the Ayatollah being dead is better for the world. And I'm glad he's dead. Now let's pray that
Oh, wow.
whatever it takes, what? What Ayatollah?
That's the opinion of you. I don't know nothing about the man to be able to comment on what he's done. So
And
Courtney,
saying
Courtney,
that you're
Courtney,
glad
that's
that
his
Courtney,
someone
opinion.
Courtney,
is
Courtney,
unalive
Courtney,
on social media.
Courtney. Imagine I attack you brutally, rape you, and you go report it to the officers, and your hands are cut off or you're stoned.
But
That
can we
was the
say that about the about our president? I mean, they might not be necessarily taken out, but is
state
he any better?
sponsored. Sta- All right, Jesse. All right,
Is
Jesse.
it
Good night,
though?
everybody.
All right,
Thank
Jesse.
You
you.
know.
All right, Jesse. Good night, chat. Thank y'all.